In The Martian, 2015, Mark Watney survives being stranded on Mars by following one critical principle: verify everything before acting. He doesn't plant crops without testing the soil. He doesn't modify hardware without logging the details. Every single move is reviewed, tested, and aligned with a plan. That's exactly what a construction submittal does here on Earth. A construction submittal is how contractors show architects and engineers what they plan to install before they build it. So whether you're growing potatoes on Mars or building a high-rise in Manhattan, submittals are your mission protocol. Hi everyone, Dr. Chow here. In this video, we're going to break down what a submittal is, how the process works, and walk through a few real-world examples. So let's start with the formal definition. A construction submittal is a set of documents, samples, or data that contractors send to the architect, engineer, or project manager for approval before work begins. In simpler terms, it's how the contractor shows the design team what they plan to use and how they plan to build it. Why is this important? Because it ensures the materials, products, and methods align with the project's design intent and technical specifications. Without submittals, teams risk installing the wrong components, delaying the schedule, or even compromising safety. There are many types of submittals depending on the scope of the work. The most common include product data, shop drawings, test reports, certificates, warranties, and mock-ups. Each one plays a unique role in confirming that what gets built matches what was designed. Now let's walk through the typical submittal process using the standard industry workflow. Step 1. We will have the subcontractor prepares the submittal, whether it's drawings, product cut sheets, or material samples, and sends it to the general contractor. Step 2. Once verified, the general contractor forwards the submittal to the architect or design team for review. This step ensures that what's being proposed is accurate, relevant, and ready for deeper technical evaluation. Step 3. The architect reviews the submittal for compliance with the project's design intent. Depending on the complexity, it might be reviewed directly or forwarded to a consulting engineer, such as a structural or MEP specialist. Step 4. Consulting engineers provide technical feedback and return their review to the architect. Step 5. The architect compiles all input and formally responds with one of the following: approved or approved as noted, revise and resubmit, rejected, or forwarded for additional review. Step 6. The architect sends the reviewed submittal back to the general contractor, who then informs the subcontractor. Only after approval can materials be ordered, fabricated, or installed. Skipping this step or installing unapproved materials exposes the project to serious risk, from change orders and delays to liability and failure. Let's walk through a real-world example of a construction submittal. Take a look. Can you guess what type this is? Correct. It's a test report, specifically a concrete mix design report. This is where the architect or engineer reviews the mix details and stamps their approval. Typical responses include no exceptions taken, make corrections noted, revise and resubmit, rejected, or architect selection required. These decisions determine whether the proposed material is approved for use, needs changes, or gets rejected. Now, if we zoom into the report itself, you'll find key data like compressive strength 4,000 psi at 28 days, air content 3% to 5%, water to cement ratio 0.47. This info helps confirm the mix meets structural and durability specs before it's ever poured. You'll also see details on materials, sources, quantities, and admixtures, all crucial for quality control. Let's switch gears to another common submittal: the shop drawing. Think of shop drawings as detailed, zoomed-in blueprints for individual building components, like stairs, ductwork, or windows. While the architect defines the big-picture design, shop drawings show how things are actually built and installed, with precise dimensions and fabrication details. Why do we need them? Because field conditions vary, and real-world materials aren't always a perfect match to what's on paper. Shop drawings let the design team review and approve those details ahead of time, so everything fits and functions as intended. So whether it's a concrete mix design, a detailed shop drawing, or a simple product cut sheet, the submittal process is how we check, confirm, and communicate before we build. It's not just about paperwork, it's about protecting your project, your team, and your reputation. And just like Mark Watney in The Martian, surviving the unknown comes down to one thing: verifying before acting. Submittals are your mission checklist, your safety net, your plan in action. Follow the process and you build with confidence. Skip it and you're gambling with the outcome. If this helped, like and subscribe to my channel so I can make more video about construction.